Roll, please.
Mr. Sharp,
Here.
Ms. Dickerson,
Here.
Ms. Benton, Mr. Brad Harris,
Here.
Mr. Cox,
Here.
Mr. Graham,
Here.
Mr. Piku,
Here.
Dr. Gregoire,
Here.
Mr. Cecil Harris.
Here. Okay, number 2 on the agenda, approval of the minutes of school board meeting held on June 30th, 2022. Motion and a second.
I so move we approve those minutes.
Mr. Graham makes the motion and Mr. Cox seconds it. Any discussion? All in favor, yes?
Yes.
All opposed, no. There is none, so it's unanimous. Number 3, discussion action on the amended resolution of Livingston Parish School Board regarding the employment of special counsel. Mr. Murphy.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. School board members, we had previously adopted a resolution on the employment regarding special counsel. That firm is Hammonds and Seals. We received information from the Attorney General's office that we must modify that resolution to include additional information. That information for you, if you're looking, is you have it, the resolution in your folder, and that section that it's referred to is section 5. I will give you just a second to read that. If you have any questions, I will certainly ask Mr. Boyer exactly what this entailed. I did speak to Mr. Boyer, and he said he was aware of the changes that we need to make on that. So, Mr. Boyer, if you'd like to comment, that's fine.
I mean, I don't know if you have any questions to it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but the Attorney General is making this, it's everywhere in the state. He's making these changes to those old resolutions that were probably, in place for 25, 30 years.
If the board has no questions regarding this amended resolution, I'd ask that the board adopt the amended resolutions this evening as presented on agenda item 3 on our agenda for
I'm sorry, Mr. Murphy, what sections were the amendments made in?
5.
In 5, okay.
Does that require a motion in a second?
Yes. And I will tell you that when I received a cover letter with this amended resolution, it just basically said the Attorney General will not approve the resolution without the adoption of this amended resolution, period. So therefore, we would not be able to enter into an employment agreement with special counsel, any special counsel, not just the ones that we adopted.
And Mr. Boyer, this amendment doesn't change any of our normal operating procedures. It just clarifies them in the amendment itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It doesn't change anything. It just puts it on writing. Okay.
Some politics involved.
Yeah, I get it.
I'll make a motion that we adopt this amended
Second.
resolution.
All right, Mr. Graham makes a motion and Dr. Gregoire seconds it. Any discussion? All in favor, yes?
Yes.
All opposed, no. There is none, so it passes unanimously. All right, number 4, consider and approve ratification of performance-based contract issued for the following positions. Mr. Murphy.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Board members, we recognized when we went through the minutes from the last meeting that while we voted individually on these performance-based contract and all board members approved these performance-based contracts, we did not ask for a motion and second on this. So at this point in time, I would ask for a motion and second on the ratification of the performance-based contracts as they are listed on your agenda item number 4 tonight.
I'll make a motion.
All right, Dr. Gregoire makes a motion and Mr. Piku seconds it. Any discussion? All in favor, yes?
Yes.
All opposed, no. There is none, so they are approved.
I'd like to officially welcome them again into the office.
Okay, number 5, ratify bid received on July 14, 2022 for the renovations of Industrial Arts Building, Holden High School. Mr. Zeiler.
Yes, Mr. Harris, Mr. Murphy, members of the board. We took bids today for the renovations to the Industrial Arts Building at Holden School. We had 2 bidders, Macklin and Blunt. Macklin was the low bidder at $1,582,000. And I would recommend that you go ahead and accept this low bidder and let us proceed.
Make a motion.
All right, Mr. Sharp makes a motion to accept that, and Mr. Cox seconds it. Any discussion? All in favor, yes?
Yes.
All opposed, no? There is none, so it's approved.
Thank y'all.
Number 6, approval of change order number 1 for Walker High School drainage and pavement improvements. Billy Taylor.
Mr. Taylor's not here, I'm gonna take that. We had which one is this, a change order?
Yes.
Yeah, we had a change order to remedy some subsurface and sub-base issues that they encountered while they were getting ready to blacktop it, so it added $52,000. It was originally $348. It came in last summer. We actually bid this project, but we didn't have time to do the parking lot during school. So the company was nice enough to extend the days for the bid, 255 days, so they would be able to do it this summer, which is what they have done. And which was great because I think we came out pretty good because prices have gone up since last summer. So with that being said, I guess I can make a motion that we accept this change order.
All right, Mr. Graham makes a motion, and Mr. Sharp seconds it. In discussion? All in favor, yes?
Yes.
All opposed, no. There's none. So it passes. Number 7, approval of notice of substantial completion of Walker High School drainage and pavement improvements.
Yeah, I'll take that again. It's substantially complete. There's a couple of issues we have, obviously, Mr. Taylor and them have held back some money until that's corrected, but other than that, it's pretty much done. Or Jeff can make the motion, I'll second it.
Mr. Cox makes a motion, and Mr. Graham seconds it.
Yeah, I passed by there the other day, it looked good.
Huh?
I passed the other day, it looked good.
It had to look good compared with her resurface. We
No, they completely resurfaced it.
completely redid it. It was in pretty bad shape.
How much did they put? 1 inch, 2 inch, or do you know?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't.
Any more discussion?
2.5 inches.
That sounded good.
No, I deferred to the resident expert architect, Mr. Zout. I looked over there today, and he said 2.5.
That's the normal application.
Okay, then I'm going to take his word for it. That, I didn't go measuring it. So. Did we vote on that?
No.
No, not
We
yet.
haven't voted on it yet.
Okay.
All right.
I better shut up then.
All in favor, yes?
Yes.
All opposed, no? There is none. Okay. Number 9, recognition of Louisiana Athletic Trainers Association.
In the state.
I'm sorry, number 8. I done scratched it off. Approval of contract for the following position substitute assistant High School.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Members of the board, I'm asking for the contract approval tonight for substitute assistant principal at Springfield High School for Miss Vicki Eves with a performance-based contract effective July the 21st, 2022 to May 26, 2023.
Have a motion?
Make a motion.
Dr. Gregoire makes a motion, and Mr. Bradley Harris seconds it. Any discussion? All in favor, yes?
Yes.
All opposed, no? There is none.
Congratulations, Miss Eves. Please let us know if there's anything that we can do to help you or anything that you need as you go about your new assignment. I know this is exciting for you. It's a change of venue, change of responsibilities, but we certainly expect the very, very best from Springfield High with your appointment down there. Thank you very much. And you're welcome to step up and say a word if you want to. You good? Okay. Thank you, Vicki.
Congratulations. Okay, now we go to number 9. Recognition of the Louisiana Athletic Trainers Association Presidential Award, President of the LATA, Scott Arsenault. See here.
That's great timing, Mr.
Perfect
Arsenault.
timing, Scott.
If you snooze, you lose.
All right.
Hey, Coop, how are you? Mr. Murphy, Mr. Harris, I'm very, very proud to be here tonight. As Mr. Murphy had said, my name, or Mr. Harris had said, my name is Scott Arsenault. I'm the president of the Louisiana Athletic Trainers Association. One of the great things I get to do is go around the state and recognize schools and school systems and school communities for their efforts that they make in putting the priority of student safety first, especially as we talk about athletics. As we all know, every school system I go to, it's a priority. Everybody talks it, but to actually do it and put it in the forefront, it's amazing. I'm here tonight to recognize a truly gallant effort that has happened at Live Oak High School. Ms. Beth Jones reached out a few years ago and really was conflicted and looking for a way to improve her situation on our campus. And when I tell you she's improved, it's been monumental. And from the amount of resources that she's gathered to the amount of staff that she has, not only that, but her community partners that she's brought in. As many of y'all know, one of the things that the Louisiana Athletic Trainers Association does, it does advocate for student athletes and athletic trainers, but we're also really big into legislation. And so we've been I've had our hands in working with Bessie, with Bulletin 135, and as it pertains to serious sports injury. And those new practices that are put into place, it takes effort. And it's not a one-person deal. It's not just up to the athletic trainer. It has to be the athletic director, the coaches, the principal, the school board members, and the community. And that's what it takes for us to provide the best. So tonight I'm here to recognize Live Oak High School, Ms. Beth Jones, and her outstanding staff of athletic trainers, as well as her athletic staff, for what we call excellence in health and safety. And so it's something I only give 4 awards out a year. And so we're very, very proud to give Live Oak and recognize Live Oak High School for this.
And I would just like to thank Scott. This is two of our athletic trainers, Miss Tabitha Harrelson and Miss Anna Harrison, and they are truly fabulous. And when I can tell you, our coaches listen to what they say. I'm so proud of them for stepping up and making sure that they do what's right for our students. But Scott has been amazing to reach out. The wealth of information and the resources that he provides to us have been phenomenal in growing our program to where it is now. And I truly am blessed with what I have and the resources and the family atmosphere that he makes for all of the athletic trainers in our state. We are blessed to have you in our state. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
I want to echo that from Beth. And Scott, thank you for the open communication too, because you have done an amazing job when you were a trainer, now to president, and perfect president for the job. You've done an outstanding job already. And these two particular ladies right here, Anna and Tabitha, I can't say enough about y'all, not just for football, not just for basketball, but all sports, especially with ladies volleyball, ladies basketball, softball. It goes on, track, soccer. I'm so impressed that everything you do, and I know the coaches aren't always big fans when you say you can't practice today or you can't do this, but y'all are on it, and you lead by example. Thank you for what you do in and out of the classroom as well, but top-notch job. So very well deserved, and I'm so proud of y'all. Congratulations.
Ms. Jones and Mr. Arsenault, on behalf of Livingston Parish School Board, thank you so much for the recognition tonight. Ms. Jones, thank you for your dedication to the health and safety of not only the student athletes at Live Oak High, but to all students at Live Oak High. I know that is a priority for you. Nothing will ever surpass our ability to try to provide as much protection as we can for not only our student athletes, but our students. And we're very proud of Live Oak High receiving this award this evening. Thank you, Mr. Arsenault. Thank you, Ms. Jones. And thank you, ladies. Appreciate it.
Congratulations. All right, number 10, discussion and action on approval of Louisiana Compliance Questionnaire for the audit engagement of government agencies for our fiscal year 2021-2022. Ms. Stewart.
Yeah, Superintendent Murphy, President Harris, and members of the board. I'm requesting the approval of the completed Louisiana Compliance Questionnaire. This is a required part of the financial audit of all Louisiana state and local government agencies.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Mr. Cox makes the motion and Graham seconds it. Any discussion? All in favor, yes?
Yes.
All opposed, no? There is none, so it's approved. Number 11, discussion and action on update engagement letter, statewide agreed upon procedure, engagement letter from Hannes T. Bourgeois.
Mr. Sanders, you like how I handed that off that quick?
Good evening, Board. I'm Trey Sanders with Hannes T. Bourgeois, and I got two documents in front of y'all today. We already have an engagement letter to perform the audit for the June 30th, 2022 fiscal year, but they have some changes in the statement on standards on auditing standards, and so we had to amend our letter to update the wording in it to include the new wording that our standards requires to have in it. So the audit engagement letter is the thicker of the two letters. And some of the new wording in there is we've always let y'all know, but we have to say it in this letter a couple more times that we are independent. When we perform your audit, we are independent. There's some new stuff we have to do now, look at going concern on entities. You guys have no concerns with the going concern issue. That's whether or not you had enough money in the next year to continue your operations. The letter talks about that a little bit. It goes into some more detail, some stuff that we've always done in our audit and in planning the audit, et cetera. Well, it goes into a little bit more detail, just letting you guys know what we're actually doing during the audit process. Also, if you flip back all the way on page 13, we always do this. We do risk assessment when we come in and do an audit. Now we're required to tell you what some of the risks that we consider. In the middle of page 13, anytime we come in and do an audit, just about on every audit, we consider presumed risk of management override of controls. We consider that before we start the audit. Presumed risk of fraud and revenue recognition, and some other risks that we normally identify is misappropriation of cash and capital assets. We've always done this. Now we have to put it in a letter format just to let you guys know that's some of the things that we're looking at when we come in to do an audit. Again, these modifications, that's really the only thing that changed in the letter is just we've added some extra wording in it. The fees and everything else are all still the same for the audit. So it's just an update to meet our standards. So when we get audited, we can show that we're following our standards. So.
And these particular adjustments were already done in our normal annual audit?
Yeah, it was just normally done. It's just we're spelling out a little clearer in the letter now. And that's the first letter. Do you have any questions on that? I'm not going to read the whole letter. It's like,
oh, come on.
Please don't.
The next letter, I'll go on to the next one. The next letter is the statewide agreed upon procedures. This is the legislative auditor. Back in 2017, June 30th, 2017 was the first year the legislative auditor put in the statewide agreed upon procedures. These procedures were developed and they've been modified slightly through the last couple of years. Last year, we did not have to perform them. They suspended them due to COVID. They brought them back for beginning with years ending on 12/31/21. And we'll have to perform all these procedures. We have to perform all of them for your June 30th, 2022 audit. There's a couple of new procedures in there. As far as written policies and procedures, we're starting to look more at your disaster recovery plans. As we've known over the last few years, we have disasters. The legislative auditor thinks that if we have these procedures in place, that we'll be able to get back up in operations running quicker. We have to check that y'all have that written policy, and then we actually have to come in and look at some of your procedures to make sure that you're actually following those procedures. We're going to look at some computers, things like that, and make sure they got things on them, look at your backups. And back in 2019, they put in effect the sexual harassment prevention training. So this year, we'll have to do some additional work on that. We'll have to look at some, make sure everybody's done that training and the proper reports are prepared. But we'll have to do all the procedures this year. Next year, we don't know if they'll cut back some. I would think so. But this year, we have to do all the procedures in the agreed upon procedures. So it's an extra service we're having to provide for you guys. And again, it is something legislative auditor requires. It's not really something while we say it's agreed upon, it's legislative auditors requiring it to be done. So is there any questions on it? Again, there's a lot of procedures in here. What an agreed upon procedures process is, we'll come in, the procedures that we have listed in this engagement letter, all the procedures that we'll perform. And when we're finished with the procedures, when we're presenting the audit report, we'll go over this report with you guys and we'll tell you the results of those procedures. That's the whole purpose of this testing, is to tell you the results of it. It's not to issue an opinion or anything on it. If anything comes to our attention, we'll definitely bring it up to you guys so y'all are aware of it, stuff like that.
Now, is this entity-based or site-based?
It is through the whole entity. We'll be looking at the schools, we'll be looking at the school
So you
system.
will be going through the written policies and procedures on a site-based spot checking
Yes.
procedure?
Yeah, y'all, entity-wide, y'all's procedures are pretty much the same, so.
Okay.
How much additional cost is this gonna make?
It's around, I've got 14,700 is what, or 800 is what we estimated.
As the state putting in, does the
Unfortunately,
state
no.
increase our budget?
Bottom line is statewide agreed upon procedures, and we don't have a choice.
Yeah, every entity in the state pretty much has to have these procedures performed. It doesn't matter what size, unless you have less than $500,000 in revenue, you don't have to worry about it, so.
All right, is there a motion, a second on this?
I make a motion.
Makes a motion, Mr. Bradley Harris seconds it. Any more discussion? All in favor, yes?
Yes.
All opposed, no? There is none, so it's approved.
All right, and thank you all. And again, throughout the audit process, we'll be starting this process soon, in the next couple of weeks. If you have some questions or concerns, just let us know, and definitely consider them. So, thank you all.
All right, number 12, approval of the monthly financial report and payment of invoices. Motion and a second.
I'll make a motion, we pay the bills.
All right, Dr. Gregwell makes a motion. Mr. Bradley Harris seconds it. Any discussion? All in favor, yes?
Yes.
All opposed, no? There's none, so it passes. Number 13, superintendent's comments.
Mr. Harris, point of privilege, I'd like to make a quick statement before the superintendent gets into his comments.
All right.
All right, so I just wanted to let all the other board members know that our Hornet Academy is going on. It started Monday and it'll be continuing through next week. And y'all are all invited to come take a look at what we're doing over there. The program's been a huge success. I actually have my state police badge because we had the state police come out and talk to the kids about, they brought one of the K-9 units out and talked to the kids about how it interacts with the policing and things like that. And the programs that they're doing over there are fantastic. So if anybody is interested in coming and taking tours, see what we're doing, just please get in touch with me or Miss Melissa Stilley is the administrator.
How many do you have in attendance?
We have enrolled 135.
What are the times on it?
It's from 8 to 2.
Every day?
We've got a few high school kids that we had about 20 enrolled. We got about 10 or 12 that are showing up on a regular basis. But it's on the high school and at the upper elementary is our two locations.
Every day, 8 to 2?
Every day, 8 to 2. Buses are running, bringing the kids in and out. We're serving lunch. We have a SRO officer on staff. We have custodial staff, the whole kit and caboodle. And our administration comes from our educational pool. So some of these teachers are getting a feel of what it's like to be an administrator on a very small scale. It's interesting to watch and to see, what they think they know and what they find out from jumping in the shoes.
Thank you. Mr. Murphy.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. I just want to, and this will be very brief tonight, I want to make the board aware and the public aware that you can register your children now online in Livingston Parish Public Schools. Whether you be a brand new student or whether you be a returning student, you have the opportunity to go to a couple links. And I think what makes this great for parents, if they got 2 or 3 kids that need to go to 2 or 3 different schools, they don't have to visit 2 or 3 different schools. They can register those children while they're sitting on their couch at home and go through this process. We certainly have these links available on our website at www.lpsb.org. And we also have a flyer that went out on returning students and updating their information. This is critical to us when we start looking at MFP and when we start looking at funding. It's very, very important that we collect this data and that it be accurate. And we just started this. Mr. Purvis headed this up last year. I think last year was the first year we did it. And it's very, very successful. And we want to just let our parents know that you don't have to go to school if you want to register your children or if you're returning your children to a school. So, you know, we're about 3 weeks out. The buses are going to roll and the doors are going to open, and we're going to have school. And we're looking forward to that. And you know, there's some people that tell us that we're not going to have some things done. Well, yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. So we're looking forward to this school year, and I'd like to thank this board for their continuing support for everything that we do in this parish. And I'd like to thank our parents and our faculty and staff for their dedication to all the children in this parish, because at the end of the day, we got 26,000 lives and that we're going to educate in about 3 weeks. So we're really looking forward to that. And once again, thanks to everyone who makes this operation possible every day. And that's all I have, Mr. Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. Before we adjourn, we need to schedule a couple of committee meetings, budget and goals and curriculum policy. And the superintendent has requested Tuesday, August 2nd, or Wednesday, August 3rd, or August 1st on Monday. And Ms. Benton has requested that we do it on August the 2nd because she's on both those committees and she's going to be out of town. And on the budget goal, it's Jan, Mr. Gregoire, Dr. Gregoire, Brad.
I'm chairman.
Yeah, Bo's the chairman, and Brad Sharp, you on that?
Excuse me.
Budget goes. And Bradley's on that one. And then on curriculum and policy, Ms. Benton's the chairman, Jeff Cox, Mr. Graham, and Dr. Gregoire.
Mr. Harris, if I may, before the board schedules a committee meeting, I'm just giving everybody a heads up. There may be another committee meeting that I may have to add to this date. So with that said, if possible, I would encourage the board to set this meeting fairly early, if we can, in case there is. I do have to call another committee. And to be honest with you, I had that discussion today, and I'm undecided as to whether we'll bring that forward.
What is fairly early? I'm up by 10.
I think it would certainly be in the afternoon, because board members have things they have to do. But I think we started the last one at 1. Wasn't that right, Mr. Harris?
Yeah.
I think that certainly be sufficient time.
1 o'clock, okay with y'all?
Good for me.
I actually prefer the Monday instead of the Tuesday, but. I mean,
Well, but Jan's not going to be here.
She can't make it.
Tuesday the 2nd.
Huh?
Yeah, she won't. That's why I preferred Monday too. But she's
on both committees.
Yeah, she's on both committees. So.
Am I on both committees?
Huh?
Am I on both committees?
Yes, sir,
Yes,
you
sir,
are.
you are.
Okay.
You get a 2 for 1.
And so is Dr. Gregoire.
Better than that.
Can do it in the morning?
I don't care. I'm open first, second, or third.
It doesn't matter to me whether you want to do it in the morning.
That much of a life.
I don't think Jan has a problem with any time. She just want to do it on that.
She's pretty adamant about the 2nd.
Yeah. You
But
want
she
it
should have
early,
been here
I think so. I mean, I have better chance.
Like
probably.
what time? 10 o'clock?
He said 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
I don't get up that early.
9, 10, whatever. I know.
Bo doesn't get up till 10, so it's got to be after that.
Let's put it at 10 o'clock. Is that all right?
Yeah.
What time?
10 a.m.
10 o'clock for the budget and goals.
10 o'clock?
Yeah.
In the morning?
You have to get up a little.
Oh, no, I'm good. I
It's going to be
just want to make sure I write that down, right?
meetings, huh?
I can set my alarm.
You can get off of it. Mr. Murphy, with the curriculum policy follow.
I'm set with
That I won't know until.
I'll send you a text message to wake you up.
all day long.
I mean, they're all the same people pretty much anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm setting it there. I have a better chance then and then after. I prefer in the afternoon.
You need to go early?
Got to do that other one.
Is Jan okay?
You need to go early?
What I have won't take that long. I just hadn't
Doug
decided.
Bo said you want to go earlier. He said we can go 9.
She just said the day. She didn't say nothing about the time. Huh?
So You don't get up early than 10.
Oh, I
so-
can get up anytime.
I'll make you coffee and a biscuit.
Oh, you know, really, it don't matter to me, whatever time you wanna meet.
All right, we'll do it. Budget and goals, August 2nd, 10 o'clock. Curriculum and Policy Committee, following that on August the 2nd.
Are you gonna be ready on August the 2nd? Okay, at 10 a.m.? Okay.
We can go now.
Wait a minute now, draw a line somewhere. 7? 10 sounds good.
That's gotta be a first. I don't ever remember having a committee meeting
In the morning time.
Okay, but before, we change our mind or anybody, I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
I have a second. Bradley Harris seconds it. Any more discussion? All in favor, yes?
Yes.
All opposed, no. There is none. Meeting adjourned.